say, how many topics? Finally, you just led me to share something about why prophecies are failing. Why prophecies are failing? Prophecies are failing. I will share this based on experience, based on what I live, and based on what I learned also, because we all learned one day God never failed. Exactly, God never failed. But God is dealing with failures. We human beings. We failed a lot since Genesis up to now. If God will not be merciful, no man will be saved. No man. So, yes, God cannot fail. But God gave the world to human beings. This world belongs. Even God depends on men to fulfill the things of men. And if you don't know that, you will pray, you will blame God, He will tell you, I gave the earth. Give me accountability. Everyone will be called for accountability, whether you like or not. There is no one poor here. God has equipped everyone. So if you don't know what you have, He will come and tell you, I gave you this. He will come and tell you, look, the numbers of people are crying and complaining because you didn't answer. You said you were busy. You said I'm not available. You can choose to do whatever you want. You can say I'll do charity. Everyone can do charity. Even those who don't pray. People will say, no, Bill said that's charity. Can God take care to heaven? To go to heaven requires one thing. You believe in Jesus, that's all. You don't, you perish. It doesn't matter what you do. You can give thousands and billions, yes, but for you to be a child of God, there is only one way. Believe in Jesus or you perish. So prophecies are failing. As long as you don't have a prophecy, that's why your life is easy. If you don't have a prophecy, you are not dangerous to the world. You are not. I don't care how much you have. I don't know how smart you like. As long as God never spoke a word to you, you are not a threat to the devil. That's why here we say no. Even those who don't pray are prospering. Yes, they are not dangerous to the devil. Devil has a kingdom. He told Jesus, all that is given unto me. If you bow, I will. Devil was not afraid of Jesus Christ. Devil will go to the throne and accuse you because no, devil knows God. Devil knows when God can reject you. Devil knows how we will end up where God will say enough is enough. He knows. Devil was a worshiper. And I would say, those who are here to sing, whether you like or not, you are a target of the devil because you have taken his job. Is that a problem? You don't come to someone who has a job and you say, I take it over by force, and you just keep quiet. No, he will fight you, either personally or by using people around you to destroy you, to afflict you, to destroy your family. So if you don't have the word of God, how to stand and to adjust your behavior accordingly, you will lose the battle. To win doesn't mean how many hours you pray. To win means how efficient you are in prayer. And what kind of guns do you have? Like Americans. One day they'll touch you and say, okay, you know how Americans go to war? Look, you don't just go to America and pretend you will bomb them and come back safer. No, they will kill you. They will kill you. Now Chinese are powerful today. You don't just go to China and pretend to do whatever. They'll fight you. But we do have the kingdom of God. But we allow anyone to tell what to do. We allow anyone to teach us. And we say, yes, no. War in war. You don't have guns, you perish. Thousands and millions of believers are dying today. Because what? There are people who die but there is no one to pray for them. Because in the generation, they've never found an intercessor. And you are a believer, and God wakes you up because you have your agenda at night. You have to watch a movie, and you say, God, no, I'm tired. That person will die, and they will accuse you and say, God, that brother, that sister is a murderer. Yes, you killed because you didn't stand. Do you have love? No. And tomorrow you wake up and go to work, things are bad. Question yourself. Are you vulnerable or you disobey? So prophecies are failing because what? A prophecy, by definition, is just prediction of what will happen in the future. And God started the first prophecy God gave when He made man. It's in Genesis chapter 2. And man never thought about it. So he played soccer. And Genesis chapter 2, verse 16. And the Lord God commanded. He didn't say, I plead with you, Adam. No. He didn't say, Adam, I'm playing with you, you know. He commanded him. This is a command. It means there was no discussion. The man said, of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat of it you shall surely die. There was a consequence in hand. Whatever prophecy you receive, there are positive and negative consequences. There are positive and negative consequences. And God is not afraid of anyone. He told man, the day you die, you will surely die. Devil came in Genesis 3 and he says, if you eat of, you will not die. That's all. That's what the devil says. And he came and he questioned. Genesis 3 verse 5. For God knows that the day you eat of, your eyes will be open and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. So in verse 3 it says, but of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, you shall not eat, or not shall you shall touch it. Then the serpent said, the woman, you will not surely die. Therefore we tell you, good, what God says will not happen. We will tell you there will be peace. God said there is war. And you listen to the devil, though the only one who has power in the universe, that his word cannot be broken by anyone, is God. Devil is not the creator. He's not the class of Elohim. We are the class of Elohim. We are small God. Devil is not. Because we have the nature of God. We can make things. Devil will never come to make things and say, oh, we not. Because of what? Minerals are on earth. And devil is illegal on earth because he took over. Someone gave him power. Otherwise, he couldn't have it. So you have power to impact the world. You have power to change the world. Don't ask God to change. You go out and do exactly. Otherwise, your own prophecies will fail. Don't blame God. If you don't stand up and say, I'm going to pray. If you don't stand up and say, I will wake up and go and reach my brother, those promises, God will watch you. He won't do anything. God is not an earthly. He is in you. For him to be legal on earth, he came in you. God is not begetting. So he must observe his own protocol. He said, for me to be efficient on earth, I need a human vessel. I need to agree with a human being. So if you disagree with God, you delay someone. Whether you like or not, God is eternal. And what Adam did, he knows what he did. We all know. He broke. It has never been the will of God for men to die. Man gave power to death. Death was there, man gave power. So by your will, by your actions, by your deed, by your attitude, by your behavior, you empower devil. Then we cry, no, God, it's not with you. God will come on earth and say, yes, my brother, my sister, come here. Devil is judged already. It's like someone was murdered, someone is in prison. What do? Even they give him another death penalty. What does it change? Devil, demons are dead already. They will never see God anymore. They will never be forgiven. There is no mercy for them. And even though they could have mercy, the mercy of God is bound by one law. It renewed daily. Or in the realm of the spirit, there is no day and night. So only to earthen vessels we can sleep and wake up. So devil, angels, fallen angels are ruled out already. So you are the only one. And devil knows because you can be forgiven. He will draw you where you will not be have mercy anymore. That is a trap. The prophecies are failing because we are not careful enough. God gave one, it failed. What happened? God is to make a plan and say, okay, fine. I will make sure that I make a mechanism to take men to me. So my plan. For now, the plan of God is suspended. Because everyone must come to be redeemed, go back to heaven, and wait. Heaven is not our place. We are not going to say we go home. Home is here. Because Jesus will come here. New Jerusalem will come here. We are not going to say we'll go home. No, it's a temporary place. When the end will come, Jesus will come back, and we rule. We are not here. They will be bound forever. So home is here, but because we messed up, God made a plan. We come, we get redeemed, and then in the end. So it has been suspended. Not because of God, because you, human beings, didn't cooperate. We sold out our freedom forever because we got good promises from devil, a liar, instead of God. So we have to understand the things in Genesis 2, Genesis 3, and Abraham come. God met Abraham. You have to understand, you have to have, and it's a must. It's a must. You must encounter a spirit in your life to become supernatural. Even in a bad way. Even those killers. Look, in the Bible, before Judas would betray Jesus, the Bible says, a devil entered him. There are things as a human being you will never be able to do alone. You need a spirit. Whether devil, whether demons, whether God. I repeat, for you to perform certain things on earth, you need to encounter a spirit. Whether devil, whether God, whether demons, but something supernatural must impact in you to empower the world to do something supernatural so you can stand above. You don't stand above human beings if you don't have something uncommon. Who will clap at you? If you want to be common, no one. Even if your prophecy is to build churches, even if your prophecy to reach the world, if you don't do something that's above the common sense, above the common of the human beings, above the mortal people, no one knows of you. Either at work, you must become exceptional. If you're at one place, you must be competent enough. So your boss is CEO. Today we are crying. How many believers are CEOs today? What is the Daniel of today? What is the Joseph of today? When God said take power, we said we can't. So now we are ruled under unbelievers. They will do whatever they want to because we are covered. And we go to God. Do something. You do something. What is your God at what place? Why are you not CEO? So when you are organizing interviews, God can tell you, this is a believer, this is a believer. Unemployed is such unbelievers. It's a curse, it's unacceptable. Believers are unemployed. Why? Because we don't have enough CEOs. We have CEOs, HOs, go to Sanoma. And what are those of believers? What is Daniel? What is Joseph of the day? What is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Where are they today? They are dead, those people. And we say, God promised me a job. But who is blocking you? Your own believer, the HR, who cannot pray. When she's shortlisting, she becomes too carnal. Up to the point, she can get dream. He can get dream. She can start giving someone a job. And you are shortlisting. And your eyes are stuck there. Take this brother. And in the meeting, you don't defend. You go to ask you for accountability. He has provided a job. You are blocking your brother and your sisters. You will pay for it. That's why some things of your life is blocked also. Because if you don't unlock someone, you will pay for it. It's not God. Because we pray too much. I'm preaching this because we are doing intercession prayers. Things are moving forward. And I have to tell the church, it's not about God. It's about you. God has given promise in the Bible. They are failing. Everyone is an answer for someone here. He's an answer for me. If he doesn't do whatever God has put in his life for me, he will fail. God will call him. She is an answer for me. If she has, God will call her. Hey, come here. My son prayed. I commanded you. Did you perform it? Oh God. No, God doesn't argue. You know, in this world, the blessings, you can have them at the same level. But we have what we call rewards. That's where the difference comes. That reward, it means you did something, you get rewarded. God is the reward of those who diligently. That's Hebrews 11:6. He's the rewarder. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. For those who come to the Lord must believe that he is, and he is the reward of those who diligently. So the reward belongs to those who diligently. If you don't belong in that class of people, you won't get the reward. It's not a blessing, it's a reward. We have bonuses. We have just blessings that are left over. God has found and looked for people all over. No one is found. You are passing by. And God says, like a Samaritan. That Samaritan was passing by. And the priest passed by, he went to church. And the man is dying. And the Levite came and passed by. And the man is dying. Then a non-Jewish one came and stopped. Do you behave that way when you are rushing home? Do you stop sometimes and say some brother is waiting for a lift? Do you stop because you are rushing? No, yes, I have to go to take my kid. Okay, one is against. But for your kid to start blessing you, it will cost 20 years sometimes. Because you are investing in them. They have to go to school, get a job. It costs 25 to 30 years. In between, God bless you. Because you have prayers also. Prophecies are failings because of that. So, when you have an encounter with the Lord, what will happen? God will tell you his blueprint plan of your life. Jeremiah 29:11. He says what? I know the plan I have for you. Whether right or not, plan of good or not evil. To give you hope and expected end. So, this is the end of your life. How will you end? How many people think of how will you end? To give you hope. And without hope, your faith is dead. Hope is the anchor of your faith. So you encounter God, he will speak to you. He met Abraham. In Genesis 12, God met Abraham and he gave him a promise. It says, get out of your country, from your family, from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. So he didn't tell him yet. So Abraham had to go out first. Why do you ask God the second step? You don't do the first one. For how long God will talk to you that go and visit that brother? You keep on postponing. You are postponing your blessing also. There are things in life, there are days in life you should not miss to meet certain people. If you dream of me, come and see me. I'm a blessing for certain people in Pangeni, and I know. And I'm hunting them down daily. And I'm asking God, what's that person? Because I know I have blessings of someone in me. And I'm working daily. If you see me in your dream, come. I will deliver to you. If you don't come, it's your problem. I'm ready every day. So shall it be for you also. How many times you are only busy with your life, you are only busy with your business, you are only busy with this pertaining to you only. And why for others? Why don't you pray? Prophecies are failed because of disobedience. We are selfish. All is about me and others. We don't want, we give cheap things to others. God so loved, he gave his best. God will call you to give your best. We like second hand, third hand. Sometimes they call you, I'm not available, just my wife. No, it's not your wife, it's you. Oh, I'm busy. No, your wife is not a substitute of the husband. Because sometimes we like substitution. No, don't substitute. Come out, I will show you. So if Abraham couldn't come out, he couldn't know. There are things God will speak to you only if you do the first step. And it costs you boldness. And this is particularly for people who are shy. Shy people. If you are shy, you are proud. Because if God will be shy, He will come to you. Your shyness will kill you. Your shyness will stop you from getting. Your shyness will stop you from asking. God says there are 3 ways on earth to answer you. Seek, you will find. Knock, to be open unto you. And ask, you will be given. All of these things, all these verbs are actions verbs. They are not passive. No, you do, you call. So if you expect everyone to call you, your prophecy will come to fail. Not because of God, because you didn't obey. Because you are proud. You think that by being shy. I don't say be talkative. I don't say be talkative. I say if you are shy because you cannot talk, yes, you are blocking yourself. He told Abraham, they said, I will make you a great nation, I will bless you, and make your name great, and you shall be a great. Make his name great before God? No, there's no greater than him. Before man. It means Abraham should be found himself among people, among nations, so that we know that he's above. You will be above only, above who? Not God, above man. So God will exalt you among men. Therefore, you must be among men for God to exalt you, for men to acknowledge what you have, and come and even buy, and come and see. Now you withdraw yourself, you isolate yourself. Proverbs 18:1 says, he who isolates himself seeks his own desire. You are selfish. So if you don't reach out, it's your problem. Your prophecies are failing because you decide to say no. Because of what happened, I will never do this and that. No. They are failing. God promised me to be a preacher. Okay, fine. How many preachers do you know? You are the first to criticize pastors. When you see on Facebook that pastors fall into fornication, you are the first to share. You are playing the wrong devil, propaganda. You are sharing the bad news of your brother. You are doing propaganda of devil. Because everyone who's weak in faith will say, I will never go to church anymore. Yeah, they'll never come to church. Therefore, they don't answer you also. Because some among those people, that are your answers also. Instead of saying, oh God, fine, okay, I will be a different pastor. I will not fornicate. So God will send me to repair, to bring back those who have been abused by pastors. Then they will say, not all pastors are bad. For God to redeem certain things on earth, He needs men to go and do the opposite. Don't think that God changed. God, yes, if that woman has been abused by a pastor, God will need another pastor who will go approach that woman, so that woman will believe that for 6 months, for 1 year, I've been moving around this brother, I never got something wrong. Then hope will come there. But everyone, no, okay fine, you don't see around females anymore. Who says everyone's weak? Who says that? If so, then we just leave church and Jesus is not dead from the cross. Then Jesus Christ is not the reason. We are resurrected people. You cannot overcome a resurrected heart. You cannot overcome what Jesus did. But we have theories. No, be cautious. Cautious of what? Why Paul never failed? He's a human being. There are people on their side who will go to those sisters so they can have proof that integrity exists in church again. There are people of high integrity. God will set you higher at your work. You become the finance chief. Now you are executive of the finances. So people will say, oh, since we are here, now we can see money. If you don't apply for the position, if you don't say I will apply, then nothing will change there. Stop praying. Because we want to say others. And what about you? In church, in God of Christ, we are organizing functions. And us, we are, someone they also said, it's shameful. Believers to go to ask for donations. There are people, witches, satanists, they have bloody money. And when we want to organize things of church, we have to do donation. Do you know money have the spirit of its source? But we cannot give God offering from prostitution. He can't accept it. an offering of drug dealing. He cannot accept it. It's unclean. It's unclean. God is holy. He will never compromise. Whether we like or not, He will never compromise. What do? We don't. No, I want to. God change this hospital and they come to a promotion. Do you want to be a CEO? No, I don't have problems. Yes, Jesus was persecuted for you. You will have problems when you are a leader. If you are not ready to be a leader, if you say you never have problems, don't be a leader. Leave. Leave and God will disqualify you because there are people who are waiting for them. For you to be a leader, to lift them up, for you to be a leader, to change the rules. Not everyone say, no, I back off, I can't. Prophecy are failing. And Abraham became great. Then I will bless those who bless you. And he said, and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. Are you a blessing to someone? Are you a blessing to someone? Are you a blessing to someone? Have you questioned yourself since you are born again, since you are a believer? How many people have said, oh, thank you, Lord. Since I met brothers and sisters, my life has changed. If not, then you are wrong. If not, that's why sometimes your promises also aren't coming to pass. Prophecies are failing. You are the only witch of your own life. You bewitch yourself. That's all. All prophecies have times and places of fulfillment. Joseph got a dream, hope. But his father was not Pharaoh. His father needed a country. Some prophecies to come to pass, you must be rejected. Yeah, you must be rejected by some people. So you can be a refugee. Psalm 91 says, God, verse 2 says what? He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord my God, verse 2, you are my refuge and my fortress. In you I trust. Are you a refugee? No, I don't like to be uncomfortable. Yes, your prophecies will die. You will be uncomfortable for certain prophecies to come back. You will be uncomfortable to give certain people jobs. How many of you have prayed one day to be a destiny helper? How many? We are on the earth here. God needs people. You are delaying a brother. You are delaying a sister. There are people who are hungry. Apart from your kid, you don't give food to other people. What is wrong? Since you have a house, who has ever slept in your house except your brother, sister, and the kids, and whatever? If a stranger never slept in your house, you are wrong. You are wrong. You are not the Lord of Christ. People went to hell because of that. I didn't have a house. I didn't have clothes. I was hungry. And they said, God, when? Say, oh, the poor you saw, the needy you saw. Do you pray for someone to visit you? There are blessings you only having a pastor come to your life. Do you invite pastors in your house? Never. Yeah, pastor that is there and others. Have you called someday one day? Me, I didn't do it yet because I'm waiting when. Yes. Yeah, I'm giving an answer. I'm waiting when. He's not ready yet, so he can't come. He can't come. Yes. And you done it one day. There are blessings only a pastor will bring in your house. You will never have them. Those mysteries will never be unlocked until a man comes in. If you think you're only your children, if you think it's only your sister, yes, your prophecies will never come. Stop praying, stop making noise, stop giving offerings. There are prophecies that will never come to pass by offerings. No, bring a man on earth, bring a person in your house, let him come and eat. And the great verse in the Bible, in the story of Esau and Jacob, what happened? Isaac, this is the father. This is the father. Isaac said, hey, Esau, come. Cook meal. So I will eat. My soul will rejoice. I will bless you. Hey, it was not food. So we know Isaac liked to eat. Have you done it? And you think, that's why sometimes you don't understand. Sometimes you have money, but there is no food. Devil is taking it. Your money is taken everywhere because you forget simple rules. So change. There are prophecies that will happen in your life only if you've done that. Remember, Zacchaeus. Jesus went into his house and ate. There are people who invited Jesus personally. There are people who interceded for his brother, Martha and Mary, sent for Jesus, say, Jesus, Lazarus, the friend you love. I don't understand. This man never wrote a book. We don't know exactly. But they said, the man you like, you love. And the Bible says, Jesus loved Mary, Martha. That Mary of Magdalene, she's in the Bible. That Mary was seven spirit. She anointed Jessica twice. That Mary, she was the first to sow to seek the Lord. The first evangelist of resurrection was a woman. She was there. A woman who overcome fear. So, her promises came to pass. Why? Because she knew how to step out of the comfort zone. She knew how to take a risk. Another point, if you don't learn how to take a risk, your faith will never be challenged. You will never know how strong you are. You have to learn to take risk for your promise to come to pass. We are on earth. There are people around here. For prophecies to come, there's time set for that. And when we read Luke chapter 1, Luke chapter 1, verse 26 to 28. Luke chapter 1, verse 26 to 28. It says, now in the 6th month, it's accurate. The angel Gabriel was sent by God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth. You must be found at the specific place for certain prophecies. Joseph was supposed to be in Egypt. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach was supposed to be in Babylon. There are people supposed to be here in Bangladesh, and specifically in this church to receive something. You know me, I will never block everyone. So, if you don't know where I am at work, my place, in church, and pet shopping, oh, to some brothers, you can miss me. You will miss me and you will be delayed in your answer is on earth. There are certain things I will only want to unlock them. You will go to pastor and that's why we never steal them from because I will be ready to do them. So he will pray, he just will 50%. And the other thing goes to the hype. Because I have to be rewarded also. You go to hell, do 50. And the rest, you will walk. He knows what I'm talking about. Why? Because I'm ready. Everyone must be blessed. In the house of the Lord, everyone has something, some role to play. If they say, come to intercession, you don't come, it's your problem. Yes, it's your problem. You never learn certain things, how to pray. You won't. Get busy. When the war will knock at your door, you won't know how to fight. Yeah, you call first prophet, they waste your money, they don't complain, they don't say they are eating money. Who sent it to them? Did they call you? They didn't call you. They didn't call you. You go to them now, you are in need. Everyone, in a certain moment, we have wars. Whether like or not. It says the 6th month. So, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. The virgin name was Mary. And having come in, the angel said to her, rejoice, highly favored, one the Lord is with you. So, that was the time you set. There are blessings for 2020 or 21st. Now we are going to the end. Are you making an inventory for things that promise you in 21st? Are you doing accounting and saying, God, how many things happened? If you don't have that time, you are in trouble. One day we will all die. Every day that passes, you are getting closer to the grave. Life is about, it's a deadly experience. Every day that comes and passes, you are getting closer to the grave. Do you have your answers for 21st? Are you sitting down and say, okay, January, God promised this and that and that and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 happened. 7:47 happened. God. Go to God and ask. If you failed, catch up. That is we call the prophesical realm a second chance to catch up. When you miss an occasion, because there is right place, right people, right time. For prophecy to come to pass, you need these three things. Right place, right people, right time. If you need me, I'm telling you, you have to fail. Why? Everyone has a character. I remember sitting in the ministry, I was attacked sometimes because of certain of my characters. And I had to seek the Lord because finally I doubted. But this thing I in me since I'm young. They are being born. I was happy because I sought the Lord. Finally I found that certain behaviors connect to my core. Then I say, I'll never kill them. Yes, because I'm a warrior. If I go to war, I must make sure that I start and finish and pound the enemy until he is dead. I don't kick Goliath down, I chop his head. If Goliath is in coma, Goliath will wake up. The reason why the thing kept on coming and coming because you don't cut the head of Goliath. When you read the Bible, and when Goliath was down, the Philistines didn't run away. They didn't run away. Go to the Bible. When he was down, then when David took the sword, because he said what? Today, Goliath, I will chop your head. He never had a sword. How? David said, well, because they fought, Goliath spoke to his God. You so and so, he cursed. David also said, I come in the name of the living Lord. Today, your carcass will be delivered unto me. I'll give to the bird of heavens. And I will chop your head. Philistines and Israelites were standing, watching these two guys. When he was down, Philistine never ran. When he chopped his head, he lifted up, it was over. The reason why certain things are coming over and over and over, because sometimes you are too soft. Whether you are a female, whether you are what, the devil doesn't care. If you want to kill you, he will kill you by using violence against you. Simple. So when I go to war, I will fight that war until I'm sure that it will never happen again. I will crush whatever I have to crush until I terrify my enemy. Because if you don't terrify your enemy, he will think twice to come. So there are certain places God will never send you. He will send me. Because when we start a war, I know if you stand for 6 months, I have the stamina for 6 months. I can stand by your side and say, hey brother, let's go ahead. No, wait. Let us be 6 months only. There are wars for 2 years. And they besiege town for 2 years. Read the Bible. They can besiege, devil can besiege you for 5 years. And you need a brother, a sister, who will be telling you daily, don't quit, I'm there. Don't go. Let us wait. You don't need someone to say, Lord, let us change now. Coward. That's why your prophets are failing. There are blessings you should not miss in life. If you miss them, it's over. So, in the part of the prophecies, here, God did an angel. We come to the point where, in prophecies come to pass, we have actors, people, individuals, or beings would be involved in the field. Why prophecies are failing? Because you don't have right people around you. If you don't have them, oh, I have a call. Okay, I said again, how many pastors do you know? Oh, God has called me to be this. Okay, how many prayers do you know? Oh, God has called me. Yes, do you go to church? No. Your promise will never come to pass because only those who know to stand on the pulpit, to teach you, to train you, will help you. And you need to submit under them. If you cannot submit, you will never become, no matter what God said. God is not a liar, you are a liar. An angel was sent to, yes, some battlefields, you need angels. Do you know how to work with angels? Do you know how to command legions of angels? Do you know the divisions? No. So, Certain wars you will never ever overcome. My dear, there are wars in heavenlies. Sometimes, yes, it's war in heavenlies. That's why you go some places, you find that you apply for a job, God sends you somewhere, and you just go, and you don't dislodge the principality, and you believe that town will say yes to you. They let you resist you. They let you reject you. You get that everything is wrong because you need the land to accept you, to topple the principles of the land, to talk to them, to open the gate, to sit there. And even when you will rent, you have to take authority. There are people who rent the house, there are tombs, graveyard, and you don't understand that. It's about miscarriage. It's about sickness and disease. Everyone is sick every day, and money is gone. Did you ask God if you are staying in a graveyard? I don't know if I speak to a doctor. She had to sell a farm. I told her, hey, we discovered that no, it's a graveyard. Say, sell it. We pray. The next month, a customer comes. You sold it. There are places you should not remember. There are places you should not stay. There will never go. God will not be with you there. You don't have to invoke angels. And you pretend to be a warrior. Which warrior? You are a noise maker. Because angel came. Someone needs to teach you. Someone knows to teach you how to fight. Yes. When we did negotiations, yes, God will say some people teach you how to be diplomatic. They are there. They are there for diplomacy. They are there. But sometimes, in your life, you have war. You need warriors. You don't have them. God will never send you up when you die. Spiritual warfare is a deadly experience. People die. We are on earth now. We have angels. We are on earth people. Right people. If you miss the right place, your prayer should be, God, take me to the right place. I'm in Bulgaria, I'm in the right place. Very right place. I will never miss it before. I am in the right place. I will have all people I will ever need here as long as I'm here. Because I have a promise. And whenever I find it, I start. And if I say, okay, God says, it's a parent of Takasonga. I say, okay, how will I go to Takasonga? I start praying. I start calling him. Say, okay, deliver me, Dr. Kasongo. How? And I'm watching with my eyes. How will I get? I'm hunting him down now. A small window. And I'm getting whatever he's saying. He may not be aware. Then I'll pick up a word. And I know finally, this is the answer. And he will deliver. Sometimes he doesn't even know. He will, and I go, I have my answer. If I don't tell him, you never know. But for me, I know. I pray, you're the target. And you never understand sometimes. Just say, don't be on me. Sometimes the roles are the same, we are together. It's an answer. So I know. Some days I need so and so and so. When I'm on call, I need so and so and so. And I know this will deliver. After that, I'm gone. How will you pray like that? And you keep with your promises. So if you don't have these right people, you will certainly fail and don't blame God. How these things in prophecy come to pass? Isaiah 55:8. It says what? Isaiah 55, verse 8 to 9. Isaiah 55, verse 8 to 9. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For if the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So God doesn't do things your way.